offices are different. Mayor is higher than that of a councillor. This is why for the deposit of a mayor is 2,500, and even the number of signatories required to nominate a mayor is more than that of a councillor. Because for the mayor, for the number required to sign for a mayor is 150 signatories of who are registered voters, and they give their voters detail. And for that of a councillor is 75, almost half of that of a mayor. And if you come to the deposit, 2,500 for a mayor's deposit, and for a councillor is 1,250. So you can see. But these things, all these qualifications will go into details as and when the nominations are due. But for now, today, we just want to introduce and tell the Gambian people, especially the electorate, there will be a local government election come 4th April. And if they should all go and check their voters card and get ready for the nomination and get ready for the election. And our teams of electoral officers are going to tour their areas. They will be sensitizing them, telling them when is the election, what type of election is going on, and their ward area. Because this election is primarily on ward. It's not on constituency. It's not on the presidency, but on the wards. And these wards are the villages. And these villages, it's where you have the villages, and the villages need development in their areas. So it's a very important election. So people tend to underrate this election. For me, if I'm to attach importance, I'll attach it to the local government election, because for me, it's a grassroots election. The presidency, that's the president who presides the nation. But for the National Assembly, you have the National Assembly members who legislate laws and ratify loans and agreements. But for the local government election, you elect your councillors who sit and decide development at your own level, at your own street, in your own village. So I think charity begins at home. So first from your village, if the villages are taken care of, everything will follow well.
Joe, I don't know whether during the last, when you had your press conference, the parties were represented at the press conference. Are they very much aware, and are they also going to help in the sensitization of the electorate?
Yes, I think the parties were invited, and of course, as I always say, like as a political party, you have a responsibility not only to canvass for votes, but also, like to sensitize people on the importance of voting. Of course, if you are canvassing for votes, if you want to get more votes, of course, people have to come out and vote. So you have to do some voter education there and some civic education. Of course, they were written to, and they know exactly the dates, and they know all the times and everything, because of course you were there at the press conference. So once again, we're calling on them as usual because like when we talk of voter education, we're not leaving anybody. We're leaving. It's the onus lies on all the stakeholders, because election is the business of everybody. So the onus lies on everybody to go on. Even if you are at the market, boy, are you going to vote? Or please vote. Because of course when you go to the market, our parents and our nijais, they all pay duty. Exactly. they collect duty from them. So we have to definitely, as Mr. Njai rightly said. For me, I think local government election is very, very, very much important, because this is development at the grassroots in the village. During the rains, we always complain. Waterlogged, my streets are waterlogged and things like that, and it's also part of their responsibility, to take care of feeder roads and things like that. So if we complain, we have to be seen, to be doing something, about what we are complaining. We need improvement. We look at all these things, and then of course come out, because we don't have any other thing than our vote, and our vote is our voice.
Joe, let me just buttress the facts that, and just try to highlight some of the services provided by councils, so that people will actually see how important the councils are in the affairs of their life, the very existence of their life, For example, the councils will provide public taps and village wells. It is not central government who does that for you. The provision of markets and lumos, selling places, provision of street lights is done by the council, provision of car parks and garages, provision of recreational facilities, meaning parks and football fields, provision of public toilets, refuse and garbage collection, rehabilitation of feeder roads, provision of scholarships to needy and deserving students, constructions of dikes, provision of cemeteries, relief disaster management. I mean, you see, I mean, it's almost touching everything that the individual in society needs. If you have a dead to bury it, you have to go to the cemetery. The cemetery is under the jurisdiction of the local government authority. If you want a park, KG5 is under the purview of BCC. So it's a very, very important election, just like you said. But I'm wondering, because a lot of people in this country speak the local languages, meaning that your sensitization will also follow suit. Apart from this one in English, what do you plan for the entire, the majority of the Gambians?
Yeah, thank you very much. This is just the introduction. That's why, like, what we're going to do is, we'll be coming, like with the radio and TV, maybe twice a week. But most of the sensitization will be done on the ground, and it's the local languages that will be used on the ground, because we want people to understand. Yeah, maybe probably this will be the last time you hear us, even on TV, using English language.
Sure.
Okay, just before we go, Sambujang, of course, we've just highlighted how important it is, but like Joe says, you'll be doing more things on the grassroots. You'll be using the NCCE and I'm sure traditional communicators and exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe one last thing I want to say is, like, I always like quoting Section 26, political activity. Everybody has the right to support whoever, to stand for whoever, or to stand for whichever office. So that's that. I want to conclude with that. So we're encouraging everybody, people who are interested in the offices of mayor candidates, mayor or councillors, to come up, either through parties or as independent candidates.
Well, Joe, thank you very much. Joe Koli, IEC Communications Director, and Suleiman Jai, Sambujang Jai, Operations Director, Independent Electoral Commission. It has been Election Watch, and we are closely bringing you an update of the forthcoming local government elections, which will be both for the mayor of Banjul and KMC, as well as the councils of the other divisions here in the Gambia. Like they said, we'll be coming back to give you more update on the status of the elections, and of course the sensitization will be forthcoming both on radio and television. Thank you very much for being there in Election Watch.